How's it going, everybody? My name is Dalton. Welcome back to another episode of Garage 99. We're actually working on a car this time. So if you guys saw the title of the video, we are doing an AC delete on the MIATA. We have all the parts we need and they're actually all right here. So first off, let me explain by saying this is a very cheap thing to do and it reduces a lot of weight if you're concerned about that with your car, and my AC currently doesn't work. Plus it's convertible. So what's the point? These are two plugs that are gonna fit the two AC lines that are going through the firewall. They will fit perfectly. This is a condenser or evaporator. You can just look up AC delete for a MIATA. It was on 5X Racing. So they had that, they send you candy, you know, whatever. And then this is a factory power steering belt that for no AC, because you could actually option these cars out from the factory with zero AC in it. That's what we're dealing with. I'm gonna take the whole air intake out and I'm gonna take the window washer reservoir. Just so you guys have a good understanding, there's the one bolt we're replacing, the 3 firewall caps, the belt, and that bypass tube. And it is just over half a pound. Somehow I'm gonna try and figure it out, but we're gonna weigh all the other stuff as well and do a comparison of what we replaced and what we're removing, so you have an idea of how much weight you're actually saving when you do this kind of job. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the window washer bottle. We're gonna disconnect this auxiliary AC fan because we're not gonna need that anymore. So that's coming out, the window washer bottle, and then we can start undoing the AC lines. I don't wanna do too much up here because I still wanna be able to push it up onto the blocks and lift it up in the air so we can get everything out from underneath. It would probably be a lot easier. All right, now that we're underneath, we're gonna pull off this undercarriage tray. It's like 15, 10 millimeter bolts or so. Once you get that undercarriage tray off, you're gonna want to disconnect these two AC lines that run to the condenser on the front. These lines obviously run back to where I already disconnected them. You can see there's another bracket right there. Oh, actually no, it's disconnected from there too. So I'm gonna disconnect it from here, and then these go up to the compressor. I don't know if there's anything I have to remove in the compressor. I'll figure it out and I'll let you know. So once you've disconnected those lines from the bottom, you want to come up here. This is the power steering and the AC compressor down there. You want to disconnect everything. You want to pull this belt off. You can remove it however you'd like. I'm not going to reuse it, so I might actually just cut it. You want to loosen the tensioner and DC the AC lines from the compressor on the bottom. So you can go ahead and do all that in one go. Yes, one more piece to add to the pile of junk. Okay, when you're taking this thing off, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 12 millimeter bolts holding it in the sides. So it's gonna be just like that. Now I can pull this bracket off, but I have to plug up this hole. That bolt right there is why you bought that extra bolt that I told you. You wanna make sure that you get an M8 by 1.25 by 25. It's gonna be the perfect size. So that is what we're gonna have to replace that with once we take the bracket out. So I put the new power steering belt back on and got it to the tightness that it recommended. Retightened it back up, put all the nuts and bolts back onto it. I still have no idea how to get those AC lines out of the firewall, but we do have pretty much everything else disconnected up here, along with the complete AC compressor housing. We do have the power steering belt back on and tightened and good to go. I'm pretty sure that's just about everything we gotta do up here. Now as for down here, I'm pretty sure I have to disconnect my sway bar so that way I can get that extra fan out, because it's not doing anything at all. It is for the air conditioning, it only turns on for the AC. I can get a dual fan. I'll probably go aftermarket when I get a new radiator for that. So we're gonna try and get the fan out right now. I think that's the easiest thing we should do next. All right, we got the fan that doesn't do anything anymore. And we got the horn off that doesn't do anything as well. So we're just pulling weight off left and right. Now we're just trying to get the AC condenser out. Yeah, I think she's almost ready to come out. I just gotta undo a bunch of these AC lines on here through all these holes and just give her a tug. Get that piece out of here. We're done with you. You stay there. All right, more pieces to take out. And there's another item. I'm telling you what, man, this car is just gonna be light as a feather when I'm done with it. So many parts and pieces coming out of this thing, and they ain't going back in. Look at that, just pure radiator. You can actually see through it because there's not a whole lot behind it. You got all this open area in here. I'm gonna put the intake back in, so don't get used to that. Almost positive that's everything in here that needs to come out. We've got the AC lines, the condenser, the fan, a horn that didn't work, that thing, that doohickey, thingamajigger, spinny woohoo, coolie fan, blowy spinny thing. Took everything out. Gotta put the sway bar back in. And I gotta figure out where that one bolt goes that I said I had to purchase. This guy. I still have to figure that out. I'll let you guys know when I get there though. So I think we officially have everything removed that we need to remove from the car to continue forward. So I am going to put the undercarriage tray back on. Look at how much room is in here. You've got so much room up in there, and there's tons of room up in front of the bumper between that and the radiator. It's crazy. I mean, we have this giant freaking pile of scrap right here now. So we're gonna individually weigh everything out here and compare it to what we added, which, like you guys saw, was only 0.6 pounds. This is gonna be a lot more, and there's still a couple parts inside of here, but we have to lower the car back down. Next thing removed that we have is the window washer fluid and reservoir and motor and everything. It's just kind of a motor now. We still have to figure out what to do with these. I have no idea if they push in, if they pull out. I don't know what happens. All I do know is that they need to go bye-bye. So now that pretty much everything is done under the hood, we're gonna go inside where things get a little less messy. So what you wanna do is go inside your car, take the 2 screws out from underneath the glove box, pull the glove box off so you can get to the other thing you have to replace in there. I can't think of the name of it right now. Once you have your glove box removed, you wanna get this guy out of here. This is what you're replacing with this. So undo that buckle, unplug those guys. Don't mind that wire, it's just chilling there. You wanna undo this hose at the bottom here. Looks like there's a 10 mil bolt up top, so we'll go ahead and get a wrench for that one. That was an absolute nightmare. I guess those tubes just come out with that box. This is the cooling unit inside of the car. I guess it comes with the tubes, the whole box. That thing is stout, that's heavy. Something tells me I would say all this stuff is probably gonna be around 50 pounds. I did end up pulling this out. I don't know if we need to reuse that or not. Let's see. I'm actually gonna try and put this guy in here right now. I'm gonna use this clamp for the top, but I'm not gonna use one for the bottom. I'm gonna use that little hole right there and get a push clip in there or something, or whatever. I don't even know where it goes. It doesn't go anywhere. Okay, well, oh, there's a lot of crap in there. All right, well, that's one more thing going. Okay, that is done. Going back outside. More trash to donate to the trash pile. I'm gonna put this away, and then I'm gonna reinstall the air intake and then plug in the holes, and I believe that should be everything. I don't know why they give us 3 caps to replace 2 of them. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Why is there a 3rd cap? All right, there's that one, and there's a second one. I did pull the window washer out of this area, so I'm gonna clean up some of the stuff around here since it never really has been cleaned. I might even just clean the whole engine bay as a whole because it's pretty dirty, I'm not gonna lie. She's all put back together. Now it's time to weigh everything and see what it comes out to. That weighs about 6 pounds on the dot. All right, this guy weighs another 6 pounds. Okay, the window washer bottle was at 4 pounds. I couldn't do it one-handed because I made a mess, but we're at 16 pounds. All right, let's add the real weight here. Okay, the compressor's 13.5 pounds. This little canister is 1 pound. Let's do this metal plate that was backing on the compressor. Metal plate is 4.5, so we're at 34.5. Do the fan. 34.5 plus 2.5. With all the nuts and bolts and extra hardware, about 1.75 pounds. Well, it's hard to see, but that was an extra 1.5 pounds. Pretty close to 40 pounds is what we pulled off with MIATA. And we put on 0.6 pounds. So that's 39 pounds we've removed just from that. And she's looking good, I'm not gonna lie. She's always looking good, but every time we do something, it just looks better and better. So guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, whatever you gotta do. I appreciate every single one of you for watching these videos. I hope this helps some of you. I hope it answers some questions that you guys may have had, but thanks guys. Peace out, keep turning those gears.